Okay, so for today, we're going to be learning how to locate and compare rational numbers on the number line and how to order them basically. So make sure that the number one strategy is to change everything to money, to decimal. So let's start with the first one. Is this already a decimal?
Yes.
Does it look like money?
No.
Yes. How much money is this? $2.07. I'm gonna write here $2.07 like money. Come with her. Is this one decimals?
Yes.
Is it money also?
Yes.
$2.70. Now the reason I believe in changing things to money because I could quickly tell who's greater and who's less. Okay? But before that, once we have it money, we're gonna put in the number line. Now does the number line look like money? No. What could I do here to make it money? Add a zero, that's $2, $2.10, $2.20, $2.30, $2.40, $2.50, $2.60, $2.70, $2.80. Questions? Now, which of these would be the easiest to graph already?
$22.70.
Good. So I'm going to graph it right there because that one is so simple to graph. Now, let me talk about some stuff that I see sometimes kids do. Let me use it through here. Okay. Sometimes when kids are graphing, you have a habit of doing this, and I'm going to tell you that you can't do that. Maybe in elementary they allowed it. You can't graph this way. Sometimes kids graph. Let's say you wanted to graph 230, and some of you might do this to me, where you think that you're graphing correctly, but you're not. So you can't just put a circle like that. That is called an open graph, like it's open, and that's going to mean later on something for us. So that would be open. When you want to locate a point, you have to fill it up. If you leave it open, that means something in math. So we cannot leave it open unless you want it to be open. Right now, since we're locating the points, they have to be filled up. So you see that 270? Last year I had the problem that kids would do that. And so I found 270s right there. That's not graphing, that's an open. And that open was going to mean something else later on. So we cannot leave it open. We have to close it. It has to be closed. Later on, we will have some that are going to be open. We're going to be graphing later on some numbers and they're going to be open. Some inequalities. Questions? So you better not have anything open like that. Last year, maybe the teacher would count it right, like, good, you located it. No, that's not locating that point because now it's open. Open means that you're not locating it. It's going to mean that it's not part of the solution later on. Questions? With open and close. Make sure you close it. Now, the $2.07. Más o menos tell me where to stop, okay? Ready?
Yes.
So, I'm going to go and tell me más o menos where to stop.
Stop. No, stop.
Is it smack in the middle or no?
Yes, it's in middle. It's 5.
5 cents would be the middle. Good. So it's a little bit after the middle. So más o menos aquí. That would be the point for that one. For $2.07. Questions? We're going to call this guy point A. And we're going to call this guy point B. So this guy would be point A. And this one will be point B. So I just called it a letter. Okay? Now, we're going to darken this. And what letter does it remind you of when you see it like this?
L.
L. For less than. So that's the less than symbol. And we're going to darken this one. And we're comparing. So when we're comparing, we like to draw letter C to create the letter what? G. And this would be the greater than symbol. How this helps me is this. The first number that came out is 207, right? He's more to the left. He's more to the less than symbol. That's why he is less than. Questions? Plus, if you think about it like money, who has more money? 270 or 207? 270. So that's why 207 is less than 270. Now, if I flip the statement, 270 first and 207 next, would you still put the less than symbol?
No.
No, you would put the greater than symbol, which is the one that points to the right. The more you're to the right, the greater you are. The more you're to the left, the what? Less you are. Questions? So that's pretty simple because they were already in decimal, so we can quickly switch into money. Now let's go to the next page.
Yeah, open the page.
Now, when we're ordering numbers or comparing numbers, I believe in creating what I call the money table. So this is my money table. Which means that I want everything in decimal. Okay? So let me start with point A. Is that one in decimal? No. Point B, is that one in decimal?
Yes.
Does it look like money?
Yes.
So I can already put them. Thank you for being so nice. Point B, $1 what? 57 cents. Bien padre. Is point C already in money?
No.
Is point D in decimal? Yes. Is it in money?
Yes.
No. It's decimal, but not money. So let me put the decimal first. 7.2. How would I make it money? That's all you do. Now it's money. The next one. 4.775. Is that one in decimal?
Yes.
In decimal, yes, but is it in money? No. So it'll be $4.77 or 78. It's up to you. I'm gonna go with 78 because if it's 5 or higher, we add one more. 4 or less, you let it rest. But does it matter? Not really. So I want to make a point about this because some of us are always confused when I say is it money and is it decimal.
Sir, pero en el dices cómo va a ser correcto. Si lo hacemos.
Since we're putting them in order, does it matter if you give it 477, 478? You're still going to put them in order. Right? There's going to be cases, so I'm glad that you're asking that now. There's going to be cases that we have to make a decision. I'll tell you right now. Well, not today. I'll probably tell you tomorrow about that. But listen, don't copy this. Just listen. I want you to know the difference between when I say is it decimal or is it money. So let's start with Isabella. Ready? Is that in decimal form?
Yes.
Good. That is in decimal form. Okay? Does it look like a price tag in the store like money? No. How can I make it look like money?
Isabella.
How much money would that be then? $3 for sure. There's a whole $3 and 12 cents or 13 cents. Since this guy is 5 or higher, I'm going to go with 13 cents. This is a decimal of whatever fraction it was. This guy would be the decimal. And I'm just putting it as money because when I put it as money, it makes it easier for me to locate it on a graph, on a number line. And it also makes it easier for me to compare and put them in order. That's why I believe in money because most of us, when we deal with money every day. Okay? Emmanuel? Manuel, is that money?
No.
No. Is it decimal form?
Yes.
Yes. How can I make it money? Add a zero? Okay. There we go.
No. Next to the one.
Next to the 1. Okay, sorry. There we go.
No.
On the right.
You don't do that.
It's
Good. I'm just
3.10.
making a point. It's going to be $3. You always add a zero at the end to the right side. $3.10. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Ortiz,
No, sir.
is that money?
No.
Is that decimal?
No.
No, that's a mixed number. So what would I have to do in this case? I would have to divide. But you know what? You see that one? He's already ready. He's $1 for sure. But this is the one I have to deal with. So I'm gonna go on this side. Hold on. Add a 0, right? And it'll be what? 5. Now here's a mistake number 1 that kids do. They'll put 0, 5.
No, it's 150.
The reason it's not 0, 5 is that 0 was already taking place of the whole. Okay? So it's really, you see that point right there? 0.5? Here's my point. Point what? 5. That's the decimal, 1.5. Money, $1.50. Questions? I just wanted to talk to you about that because a lot of kids get confused when I say it said money and it said decimal. Okay? That's decimal and money. Questions? Money stops in the hundredth place because money, you need how many pennies do you need to make $1? 100. That's why we have to stop in the hundredth place. Okay, perfect. Here we go. So I'm gonna start with the first one, 0.8. That one was not money, so I'm gonna write them down here. The way they gave it to me is like that. Now for sure we know that we have how many dollars? 6. So this guy is ready. So I'm gonna already put him there. Thank you for being ready, dollars. So your $6 are ready. When that happens, you have a mixed number. For sure you're gonna have wholes. Now the 2/5, how would I switch that to money? Divide. So bottom out. 2 divided by 5. Decimal, decimal.
Equals 4.
Draw your place values here so you won't get all confused, and we'll start the division. Now, if you're a calculator, can you punch it in? You should have the answer. Now, do you have enough for 2? No. I add a what? 0 times what? 4.
0, that's right.
So it's 0.4. You see that point right there?
Yes.
0.4. 0.4. But now let's add a 0. $6.40. Question with the first one.
No.
The next one. I'm gonna do it, I guess, right here. 9 2/3. Who's ready? $9. For sure that's ready. Okay. Now the 2/3, bottom out. 2 divided by 3. 2, is it enough? 20, is it enough?
Yes.
Times what?
4.
Try again.
6.
6.
Yeah.
What's 20 minus 18? 2. Add a 0. What's next again? 6 de vuelta. Y otra vez el 2. So I know already it's a repeater, so I can stop and say $9.66 repeater. You could say $9.67 because it's going to repeat to 6. So it's going to be far higher, but you can do it like that too. Now everything looks like what? Money. So this is the original how it had it, and this is the way that we put it so we can put them in the number line faster. So let's start with a 640. Starting from 0. Tell me when to stop. It's going to be before the half, right? What would be the half? 50 cents. No, in this case 50 cents because we're dealing with dollars. So if we want 640, it'll be a little bit before the half. And what point is this guy? Point A. Where did I get that? Pues ahí está la letter A. Remember, it's closed. You better not leave them open. $1.57. After the half or before the half? After. So here's $1.57 más o menos allí. What point would it be? B. 9.66. After the half or before? After. Más o menos aquí. And that would be point what? C. 7.20. Before or after the middle? Before. Because it's 7.20. What's the point? D. Más o menos. We don't have to be exact. I mean, it's $4.78 after. So it'll be close to the 5, right? That would be point what? E. Yes. Now that I have everything on the number line, now I can put them in order if I wanted to. If I wanted to go from least to greatest, let me draw my L. Listen to what I'm going to tell you now. There's the L. Where's the G? Over here on the right side. Listen to what I'm going to tell you next. The reason I like to draw a number line and make it money is because it's easier for us to kind of, if they want this, listen, if they want it for me to go from least to greatest, please listen, I would start with the L. So if they wanted for me to go from least to greatest, I would go look for my L and then just start driving that way. So it's going to be, who's going to be the first one? Point who? B. Then who will be next? E. Then A. Then B. And finally C. It'll be the greatest. Now if I wanted to go greatest to least, I would start with the who? G. So who will be first? C. D. A, E, B. That's why we do number lines, so we can quickly put them in order. Once you place them in the right place, you graph them correctly, then you should not have trouble. Listen, if I wanted to compare only two numbers, let's say I wanted to compare point B against point D, what can I say? Point B is less than, because he's more to the left. If you're more to the left, you're lesser. Is less than point who? D. Let me compare another one. Let's say I want to compare C against A. Who did I mention first? C. So you would say point C is greater than point A. Questions. The more you're to the right, the greater you are. I forgot the T. The more you're to the left, the less you are. The L for L helps you also for the left. And sometimes kids have a hard time, so I tell them to stick your hand and there's the L. The other one will not show an L. It'll be upside down. So this one will show the L, so I know that this side is my left. Okay? Questions? Okay. For homework, listen. For homework, just the way I did it right now, you're going to go and change all these to decimals. On your homework journal, you do the work. This work, I better not see it here. You go do the work on the homework. So who are you going to change to decimal? Point A and point who? Point A and point who? C. Why not point B? It's ready. It's already money. Once you change them, listen, you're going to graph them on the number line. Are you going to leave it open or you have to fill it in? Fill it in. Later on, I'm going to be open. Then you're going to write the statement. You're going to write here either the word right or the word left. I just talked about this, so you should, if you watch the video, I'm giving you the answers for these two. The further blank on the number line a number is, the greater it is. So right here in this space, you're going to write the word right or the right left, or write the word left. Okay? I just gave you the answer, and if you watch the video, you should see what I just told you. The further blank on the number line you are, the greater you are. The further blank you are on the number line, the less you are, the smaller you are. Okay? So en estas dos secciones vas a poner la palabra either right or left. You're going to put those two words, one of them, on one of those spaces. If you're listening to me, you should know which one. So your homework is to change this to decimal, put in the money table, and then graph it, and then to put the statements here. That's homework part 1. Let's go to the next page for homework part 2. Okay, is this one money?
No.
No, so let's bottom out right here already. 4 divided by 10, decimal, decimal. Again, if you need those little lanes, use them. 4, is that enough?
No.
Add a 40, is that enough? Times what? 4. So this guy would be 0.4. Is that money?
No.
Not yet.
Le ponen
0. Now it's in money. Now can I quickly decide who's greater or less? We read left to right. So 40 cents is less than, so it's the one that looks like the L, than 45 cents. Questions?
No.
And you can tell with the models, look, this has 4 shaded columns, and this has 4 columns too, plus a little bit more, so that's why he's more. And with money, 40 cents against 45 cents, you quickly know that 40 cents is less than 45 cents. What if I reverse it? What if we reverse it? What would you write now?
0.45
5 is greater than would be the one. I don't want you to be saying que la boquita, que the crocodile is gonna, he's gonna, no, we don't do that anymore. We're gonna read the statements. 40 cents is less than 45 cents. 45 cents is greater than 40 cents. Now, if I would ask you, can you prove that 40 cents is less than 45 cents? You can prove it in a number line. Where would you put? Would this guy be more to the left or to the right?
Left.
Left. That's why he's less. Now look at this guy. Would he be more to the right or the left?
The right.
To the right. That's why he's greater. That would help you. Questions with the little notes quickly
No.
there? The next thing. Some of you are having trouble going from decimal to fraction. I saw that in the CPA on the first 6 weeks test. So, I got you. Mi asistente. Aguanta. Guys, if I'm having trouble, I told you, look what I said. From decimal to fraction, we use a what? Place value chart, or if you know how to read it, which is really what I would want you to do. If I know how to read them, you'll know the answer quickly. Today I'm going to teach you how to read it in case you still do not know how to read it. So look at what it says, 0.4, right? I'm going to use her journal so you can see what I'm talking about. Good job. Listen. This is the way you read it. Those that are all confused with reading still. If my decimal is 0.4, where did the 4 stop? In the tenth place. So this would be read 4 tenths. So I would read this guy like this. 4 tenths. That's the way you read it. Well, because you know how to read it, you should be able to create the fraction quickly. 4 tenths. Questions? Let me do another one. They said that you had this guy. How would you read that one? You just read the first, the number, you just read it. 42. Where did it stop? 100. So you would read this 42 hundredths. So you would know that the fraction is 42 hundredths. That's how easy this is. Now let's say we had 0.022. How would you read that one? Just read the number. What number do you see there? 22. Where did it stop? 1,000. So it would be 22,000. So you would go 22 thousandths. So if I know how to read it, just the way I said read it, I would know the fraction. Okay, because some of you had trouble with that. Now, of course, then we need to simplify all that stuff, which I'm going to teach you that this 6 weeks. Some of you don't know, forgot how to simplify from 5th grade. Questions on how to read this using the place value chart. Okay. Here we go. No. Okay. I will finish this tomorrow with you because I'm already going to run out of time, and I'm going to just give you what the homework is. The homework is the same thing we did in the other one. You're going to change all these to what? Decimals on your homework journal. So I'm going to put them decimals and put them as money. Once you change them to decimals, you're going to go graph them on the number line. Más o menos estimate. Guys, when you need to estimate, who's in the middle of $1 and $2? $1 what? 50. So if you have something before, you put it más o menos before. You have it after. The letters are there. Point A, point B, point C, point D. So you're going to go home and change all these to decimals, put them on the money table, graph them. Once you graph them, they want you to go from least to what? So am I going to start with the L or with a G? The L. The L is over here, so you're going to start like this. You understand? And you're going to put them in order. When you put them in order, just put the letter. Like let's say you think that letter D is the first one, so you're going to put D, comma, then B, comma, then C, comma, A, whatever it is. To know who's least to greatest, you have to put them on a what? Number line. But before we put them on a number line, we have to put them on a money table. Questions? This I will do with you tomorrow or right now if I can. I'm going to start doing it, but I just want to give you your other homework. So for homework, one more time. You're going to go home, change all these to decimals, put them on the money table, graph them. Write the statement, either right or left on those two sections. Then the next page, change them all to decimals, money table, graph them, put them in order from least to what? Greatest. That means that we're going from left to right. What if it was greatest to least? You would go from the G to the L. That's why we need to know how to put them in the number line. Any questions? Okay. I'm going to continue on the video so you can just copy the notes at home. But if you want to copy with me as I'm doing it, go for it. So this is read. How do you read this guy? 4. How do you read it? Which 4 tenths. So the fraction would be 4 tenths. Done with that part. How would you read this guy? 4. For what? 400. So the fraction would be 400. That's why it's telling you, hey, use the place value to read. Okay? Questions? Now let's make money. How much money would this be? 40 cents. Not 4 cents. How about this guy? That one is ready, 4 cents. Question with that? Who's greater, 40 cents or 4 cents?
40.
So who's greater? 0. What? 4. Put it back the way it was. Now let's put them in the number line. 0.40 and 0.04. Now let's make a statement here. 0.40 is greater than 0.04. Let's reverse it. 0.04 would be what? Less than 0.40. Who would be more to the right? The 40 cents or the 4 cents? The 40 cents. Who would be more to the left? The 4 cents. Questions? One more time. This is for homework. On your homework journal, you do the dividing part. Don't do it here. Then you transfer the stuff here. Tomorrow I'm going to walk around and check this. If you don't have it, it's not going to be good. You're starting already bad the first 6 weeks if you don't have it. This is period 3. Huh? Second 6 weeks. With the decimals? Okay, now make sure that you put them also in the number line, all that stuff, okay? Don't forget that part. Yeah, but transfer it to the journal. I think you are.